Welcome back to Midnight Grappler, Animals Home of Flub Nation. I'm your host, Lan, and with me are my two co-hosts, Keigen, Salt. Happy New Year, fellas. How we doing?
Well, like everyone says, the New Year's off to a great start.
Yeah,
so
nothing
uplifting.
could possibly go wrong on this day that we're recording, January 2nd.
Clean slate.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
We reset. We were reinvigorated. Winter
Nothing
will
bad
be
could
good.
possibly happen.
And everything's fine in Canada too, right?
Yeah. I haven't heard a single thing go wrong. No weird statements or anything. No, world peace. World peace. Peace and love to the world.
Meta's here.
Yeah. It's January, folks. And you know what that means? We don't really have anything for this month, actually. So what we're doing, actually, for this month is we're going through the stuff that we missed in 2025. So while we weren't recording, we actually each gave each other homework over the holidays, as one does. And we've given each other 3 movies, 3 shows, 3 comics, and 3 miscellaneous things. We're not doing it in that order, but those are the 4 things to expect. And this week, we're looking at 3 movies from 2025 that we missed and are gonna catch up on in 2026. What are those 3 movies? What did we assign to each other?
I assigned one of them days.
Okay. Keigen?
I assigned weapons.
And I assigned 28 years later. Now, the caveat is that you could have watched or talked or watched or read any of the things that you recommend. But in this case specifically, I recommended something that I hadn't watched already, and I just needed the excuse to watch it. But
I'm imagining you just didn't watch it at all, and you're letting us describe it.
Yeah. I'm like, I didn't watch 28 years later, but what's the best way to... My lieges.
I'm going to grade your homework now.
You're selling me on it now. I might watch it.
Yeah, you know what? This book report that you guys are doing here is pretty good. It's going to be really funny for the comics one. I signed it, so I was like, yeah, I read the first issue. Here's my book report on it. So what order do we want to do these in? Because I hadn't figured out a good order for these ones.
What if we do like a general? Oh, Salt, you have an idea?
What were you saying, Keigen?
Like, what if we just started off with like a general overview of all 3 of like watching the 3?
Sure. Yeah.
Or
actually, better question is: did you miss out on this? Was it a conscious decision, or was it just one of those things that just slipped your attention, I guess, over the past year? Like, why did you actually, better question than that, why did you choose the movie that you did?
I'll go
so
first.
Let's start with Salt, because I think Salt has like the not odd pick, but like,
no, it is odd because you guys both chose horror.
Well, no. I mean, it's odd because it's not the kind of recommendation I expect to get from you.
Well, I love women. Let's start with that.
Okay. Sure, yeah.
It's funny. I actually did almost go with a horror movie also. It was either this or Reflection in a Dead Diamond, which was really cool. But no, I decided to go with this. Do something a little different. I caught this on an airplane, and I laughed a lot. I told everyone I know to go see if they want a comedy. The other thing about this is I'm always fascinated with genre and how genres ebb and flow in popularity, and it's no surprise to hear that comedies typically haven't worked that well in the movie theater for the last several years. So I thought I really liked this as a theatrical comedy. The only 2 theatrical comedies that I've wanted to see and have seen are Bottoms and Friendship, which were both also really funny. So Yeah, between this and Bottoms, I think screwball comedies are very much a ladies' game. You know, like women are bringing as good or better screwball comedies as the fellas now.
Booksmart
Yeah,
too, right? Booksmart, you go back
Booksmart. That
another
was the other
year
big
and you
one.
have
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I missed that one.
Oh, it's funny.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's super bad. It's girl super bad is what it is.
Oh,
But
Yeah.
I'll totally
Super
watch
Bad's
that.
for the girls. You know, if you think about it. So.
sure.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
both girl super
Yeah.
bads, whatever.
So Keegan, why did you choose weapons?
So like Salt, I did have another one lined up that I had already told everybody, which is Architectin. I saw a trailer for it in a little indie theater, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna watch that movie. But then I was like, that's the kind of thing that it's like I wanted to watch that movie, but what's one that felt more like homework? And so I picked Weapons, and that's because I avoided Weapons because when it first came out, I was like, oh, that looks cool, and then everyone was being really annoying about this movie. Like just the I think there was just very quick big praise and then did it really deserve that? And it was just like I need space from this annoying everything before I watch this movie. And so once I remembered that Weapons existed, I was like, yeah, that's the one. So yeah, that one was one that I kind of intentionally avoided this year after a certain point, and was like, I'll get around to it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's funny because I also avoided Weapons for a similar reason, but that's also because I had already seen Barbarian.
Yeah.
And I had experienced the hype cycle around that.
Right.
So my experience with Barbarian colored my approach to Weapons already, where I'm like, you know what, I can wait. Similarly with 28 Years Later, you know, there was this huge hype cycle, and I don't think the hype cycle itself deterred me. I think it was really just the fact that you had a zombie movie coming out in June that deterred me. So I didn't see it in theaters. I didn't get the opportunity to. And then by the time the year ended, I was looking back at like, what were the big movies that I missed this year? Right. And among those, I think were Sentimental Value was one of the big ones. And then 28 Years Later was another big one. Ephes also is one I want to check out at some point this year. But yeah, I figured, you know, I missed 28 Years Later. I liked 28 Days Later, but it had been a hot minute since I'd seen that one. So I used this as an opportunity to rewatch the first one and then also watch this one to see how it is. And also, you know, my faith in both Alex Garland and Danny Boyle were not necessarily at an all-time high. Boyle less so, but you know, Civil War, Warfare, I'm probably not going to watch those unless I'm forced to.
Why was Boyle instilling less confidence in you to begin with, even if it was less so than Garland?
You remember the movie Yesterday?
Nope.
It's the movie about
actually very fitting. As a matter of fact.
Oh wait, that's the one about the guy who wakes up in a universe where he's the only one who knows the Beatles, right?
Yes, that's the
Boyle?
one.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was Boyle. So in my mind, I'm like, right. I think was that the most recent thing he did before this?
I don't know.
It's fairly recent, yeah.
It is fairly recent,
but
you know, like in my mind, you know, like when I think Danny Boyle, I think that was like the latest thing in my mind. I think Trainspotting 2 might have come out after that, but yeah, that's the reason why my my faith probably wasn't at it. Yeah, actually, no, it was the last non-documentary thing that
Damn,
Boyle
you got put in director
worked on.
jail for that. Oh,
Yeah.
Like, we're not giving you money, you idiot.
Yesterday was 2019, and then
okay, I
between
went on his
that-
Letterboxd. His second most recent, after 28 Years Later, is a production called "Free Your Mind: The
Yes.
Matrix Now," and it's like a cabaret stage version of The Matrix.
Incredible.
You can't
We
say
love
this
the
man's
British
predictable.
mind. We
Yeah,
love the British
absolutely
mind.
not. I mean, he was doing even like in the years since the original 28 Days Later, you know, like the swings that he took were really all over the place. But yeah, the yesterday was the main reason why I wasn't so confident about going into this one, but it is what it is. So of these three, which one do you guys want to tackle first?
Well, I want to go first or last because mine's the outlier.
Yeah, that's fair.
We can
I
go
can start.
weapons first.
Let's do
okay.
weapons first then. Yeah, let's do weapons
Yeah.
first. All right. I don't know. Do we need a summary for this one? Kids go missing. Everyone blames
go
the
missing.
neurotic teacher on it. In reality, it's actually a witch. Believe it or not, guys, it's a witch.
A scary looking
Is
witch.
scary
Not a
looking
nice
witch.
witch. And the only way to beat the witch is to become the witch.
Yeah. So first impression. Okay, actually, have you guys seen Barbarian?
I did, yeah. So your exact experience with Barbarian, I'm the opposite. I didn't see any hype cycle for Barbarian really. Like there's end of the year stuff where people were like, oh yeah, this was something that blah, 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 blah. But like it was just enough for it to end up on my radar. And then I watched it and I had a fun time with it. Still, you know, like a 4 out of 7. Like yeah, you know, it's fun. It's a cool little thing. But like I don't understand how anybody could like lose their mind for it. And I did not realize I didn't pay attention to anything about weapons other than people were being annoying about it. It wasn't until Justin Lin was on screen that I was like, no fucking way, this is the Barbarian guy. Oh
Yeah.
I looked it up and I was like, no way, I got caught. So yeah, I didn't even know this was the Barbarian everything until that moment made me realize. And then now I'm like, yeah, this makes sense.
Yeah, Justin Long's got like the funniest 2-minute cameo in this. He's in it for like 2 minutes, and then the entire time he's just watching Josh Brolin go fucking insane in his living room.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, the other comedy in that scene is Josh Brolin asks Justin
Dad.
Lin's wife first if he can look at their camera footage, and then we get after she says no, we get the smash cut to the Justin Lin saying yes.
So funny. Yeah, he went to dad.
Yeah, it was a very good moment of comedy. I too saw Barbarian, and I had a slightly different experience than you, Keigen. It seemed like everyone I knew hyped it up as like the second coming of horror or what have you. Like it just everyone was glowing so hard for this movie. I was like, all right, I guess this is going to be incredible. And I watched it, and I felt kind of, oh, that's it. I think if you hadn't hyped that, I probably would have found it all right. But
Yeah.
you get disappointed when people go too hard on something.
Yeah, I think especially more and more, I'm like, and I hate saying this, I hate being this kind of nerd, but like more and more genre stuff is like, I don't want to hear anything about it because you're going to overhype it. And I think it's just like people being so used to MCU stuff being the predominant genre stuff that as soon as they see anything that's like not totally mid outside of superhero, they're like, bah! And it's like, okay, this is going on too long. Like,
I completely agree.
We gotta recalibrate and like understand that Barbarian's cool. Like it's a fun ride. It's like not totally horror, jump scare horror in like, you know, in 90s or slasher movie way, but it's also not like overly comedic. It's a good blend. It's a good mix. It's a cool kind of new thing that's like taking old things and turning it into something a little bit different. But it's not the best. Like this is not hitting a list of mine for best movies of 2025, and like that's fine. I'm happy I watched this. I'm happy I watched Weapons, but like it's not, there's no way it's anywhere near the stuff that I actually loved this year. Even though it's a fun ride, like there's a lot of fun parts of this movie.
You know, I think, and maybe this is just my prior experience with Kreger's work with What Is Kids You Know, is like the comedic bits are truly some of the best bits in this movie. And you know, like it really shows that Kreger's got a mastery of how to interweave those bits, but it also left me wanting just like a straight comedy movie out of him. I guess everyone's going to compare Kreger to Peel, right?
Right.
With
Literally
you know,
immediately. As soon as you mentioned comedy bits, I was like, yeah, that's gonna be the
yeah,
thing you
and
go to.
it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, Peel's also a great comedic talent, but I think whereas the comedic bits in his movies feel like fun additions that relieve the tension. Here, it feels like the comedic bits are kind of what saves this movie for me. Like the absurdity of stuff, like everything with Aunt Gladys, even Benedict Wong's character Marcus,
Hmm.
just everything about him, like
Gay principal, love him,
gay
gotta love him.
principle. Yeah, like the comedic bits are really what keeps this one from being. I mean, same thing with Barbarian too. Like if
Hmm.
Barbarian was
Oh
less
yeah.
funny, I think I'd have a much worse experience with it. But like with horror, it's an interesting thing for me because I don't subscribe to a lot of the hype talk in recent horror, because everyone's talking about like, oh, horror's back. This is why we're in a horror golden age. Everyone's doing this, uh, these amazing works, but then I actually go and watch them and I don't really gel with them as much as anyone else. Like the X Pearl, Maxine, the Ty West movies, I didn't vibe with those. Um, what's another recent horror movie series? But just been a bunch lately, I think, where I'm not really vibing with the horror
Yeah, I think they
here.
take up a lot of air too.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Well,
it's
there's a
just a
lot
lot of
of
what
horror
people are
movies
talking
coming
about.
out. Like
Yeah.
that's the other thing is that we're in such an abundant time for horror, where I don't know. I wonder, like, is it the thing that has the lowest barrier to entry in terms of being, the genre being built for new filmmakers?
Well, the old wisdom of horror is that it's one of the cheaper genres to shoot.
Right.
Horror is often, but not always, confined to one location, largely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's the whole Blumhouse model where they produce those for dirt cheap and then make huge amounts of money on it.
Right.
Um, yeah,
I
so I
also
guess in
think
that in that
it's
regard,
easy
maybe yeah, go ahead,
it,
Keegan.
it's easy to come up with concepts too. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a lot of scary things. So
Yeah,
like it's
many
pretty easy to
many
do
many
that
scary things in
also.
this world.
Yeah. Yeah. The United States government could just get you. They could just take you. So a lot of easy like
I
and
wonder
cheap
too
things.
with horror, is it if you're like an up and coming director, not necessarily a first time, but you've put out some work for a while, it shows your capability to manage a franchise, and so many networks and streaming companies want like franchises. You like
Mm-hmm.
horror gets franchiseified so quickly.
Yeah, I mean, especially now with a lot of the bigger franchises coming to a close as well. Like Halloween is back to being dormant again. Final Destination, I'm not sure if they're going to make another one of those, but I
What's
think
up with Saw?
the yeah,
Actually,
Saw.
we could go so long on horror, like because as soon as I said Saw, I was like, The Purge is obviously
Mm-hmm.
The Conjuring. Now, Megan is horror. There's a lot. There's a ton.
Yeah.
Like that's a that's a that's crazy.
And I wonder if the abundance is really what downplays a lot of this film's strength for me, where once you've seen, I don't know how much horror, like, I feel like there's a good idea of what to expect, and I think your bar gets set higher for what you want to watch. Like, it's the same thing about not having enough time to watch and experience everything, where, like,
Mm.
if you have only so much time to spend on watching not just horror movies, but movies in general, you don't want to feel like your time was wasted because it's like, oh, I watched this instead of, five other things that would have been more worth my time, I guess. So in that sense, there's that subliminal, you know, bar raising. And I feel that way about horror, especially where it's like, there's so many horror movies coming out. Like, which one is actually going to be worth my time these days?
Yeah.
That being said, though, like I don't
There we go.
regret having watched Weapons.
Yeah. I think too, as a corollary to that whole thought, is like I feel like, and I'm comparing it to superhero movies because it's been a huge genre for a decade. But like it also is kind of easy to counter program whatever's going on, right? So MCU is huge, big, blah blah blah. Okay, The Boys comes out, it's huge, right? Invincible comes out, also big for people, so it's something else. And I feel like that's why movies like Weapons and Barbarian get overhyped, is because it's like, well, yeah, this isn't the Annabelle doll franchise movie. This is something different and cool. When it's like, it's kind of the problem is like you're still, it's the negative image. It's the opposite thing of that, and so it still gets hedged in, which, you know, I liked Weapons, this was fun, but like I think all of those problems still sit there, and like it's why I just don't overhype it. like hey, I like this movie a lot is fine to say, instead of being like, this is so bad, oh well, he's a master of horror, and like, man, Carpenter exists still. Like you can go and watch a Carpenter film, and it's more worth your time.
Didn't Peele have that tweet where he like
refuted
exactly yeah totally.
I'm sure Krager would do the same if he found himself in that situation.
right
One thing I want to say about Weapons is I have my own criticisms, but I'll start with what I really like. And one thing that I really liked in Weapons is how effective some of the imagery was. Like the scissors is so creepy. It's not scary, but it's creepy, if that makes sense. The ending, if I can address that real quick, with the kids charging the witch, has big Nickelodeon vibes, and I mean that in a non-derogatory way. It's such a powerful kids rule kind of image, but it's like taken to that really nasty extreme. So yeah, good on Weapons for some really memorable imagery.
Yeah, if I was there, those kids wouldn't have got me like that. I'm taking them all out. It's over for them. Yeah, they're fortunate it was an old lady they were chasing, because they're getting tossed in the street. It's ending. You know, I could take 16 kids.
Frankly, I think the teacher, Justine, she needed to lock in more. You know, if all the kids in my class just disappeared one day, I'd start locking in.
She locked in. She solved it. She pretty much solved it. She didn't draw the lines or anything, but like she was doing more than the cops.
She was given the pieces, you know. Oh, the cops are the cops.
There were two people who solved this, and it was Hot Dad and Justine. Okay, you can't forget the druggie. You can't forget. Well, yeah, that's true. Meth Man figured out a good amount.
That was
of it.
A terrific performance.
Yeah,
it's really fun. Oh man.
The part where he's in this tent.
The recurring joke too of him stabbing the cop with the drug needs was so
funny.
It's funny because the first time it happens, he's like, "Oh shit, am I gonna die? Second time it happens, he's like, "Fuck."
He's like used to it by then.
Yeah.
Do you have AIDS? Is when he asks. It's so much funny.
Also, speaking of the cop, I was shocked when I realized that the cop was played by Alden Eyre. I don't know how to say his last name.
Han Solo himself.
Dude, the fact that he got like a second breath for his acting career, good on him, because that Solo could have been a kiss of death for certain actors.
I think Oppenheimer was the real thing that gave
I got it. I didn't see that.
It's fine.
Yeah, he's a good actor. You know,
he's a good actor.
Some good performances. Hail Caesar, another one for him.
He's fun. He's really, really fun as the cop. The getting stabbed in the finger. So he brutalizes the homeless man. And the only reason he tells anybody is because he's afraid he's going to get AIDS. It's good. It's really good. His stuff's real funny. Yeah, no, I feel like there's it's worth watching is my bottom line. But like, I don't have a ton to say about this movie that isn't like, why did this get so overhyped?
I'll say I liked it more than Barbarian. I think it was more, in my opinion, more deserving of the hype than Barbarian was. I think maybe that's also just because the landscape has changed since Barbarian came out. Like Barbarian, the main hype cycle around it was that it was like unlike anything that we'd been seeing in horror outside of like Peel, right? But nowadays, Weapons feels like it's coming out at a time where that kind of like it's a very mass appeal horror story, I'd say. So yeah, in that regard, like enjoyable film, better than Barbarian in my opinion. Fun, really, really fun. But I also hope that Kreger gets the opportunity to do at least one comedy after this Resident Evil movie he's apparently doing.
Let's go. Okay, no, I did remember the one thing that's podcastable that I thought while I was watching the movie, which was I think this movie is what Department of Truth should be.
Oh.
Like this is especially like the core, right? I think part of my thing with this movie is that the problem is it's really unfocused on any particular thought it has as far as horror goes. Like it's very fun, obviously, right? But it has a lot of ideas about things. The only one that kind of really stands out is like distrust in teachers, right?
Yeah,
just like this kind of giant
unsettlement of community as well, especially a small knit community like this.
Yeah, which is like a little more broad and a little like less chewy, maybe, harder to focus on. But the distrust in the teacher is like is big. In particular, like the way that the systems also distrust teachers, right? Like, oh, you're not supposed to bring kids home and yourself and stuff like that is also peppered throughout the movie. And like this is like as much as I don't love an ongoing anthology series that's like doesn't have an ongoing plot, right? I don't really love that. It's not going to capture my attention constantly or consistently. It's like this is the kind of pitch that a book like Department of Truth needs more of, rather than like some of the bullshit that I've seen in that book. And I think this is the sort of thing that is like a solid pitch as part of an anthology thing that either exists alongside other things or doesn't, right? And like I love that this exists for that reason, that there is a space that somebody can just like pitch a weird thing, and like make it happen. And so that's cool. That's cool that this there's a space that this exists in. And that like I'm happy I get to watch stuff like this happen, but also other things that are ongoing stories, stuff like that, like should be looking over at things like this and going, okay, this is something we could do if we were a little more free and open, versus Department of Truth, which is like, what is even about? What does that even like be about? I'd rather things be more focused and about something like Weapons is, even if it is unfocused, than being like so tied to its ongoing story that it has to figure out their deep state stuff, and so that was something that I was like, this is like a perfect issue of an anthology horror thing. That's cool. Yeah.
We got anything else for Weapons before we move on?
The fork stabbing was messed up.
Fork stabbing was messed up. Feels like it should have ruptured a few more vital glands than it did, though. I feel like it should have been spewing out a bit more.
Well,
blood.
It was just superficial. It was just to freak the kid out,
Yeah, but
maybe she has better control than we think. Like she.
Yeah, her hexes are so good that they don't do any vital damage. They just cause little holes in the face.
We don't know how old she is. She a master.
Oh yeah, Amy Madigan, by the way, fantastic performance.
Terrifying. Yeah,
everyone said it, but like, yeah, she's great.
Real scary.
Yeah, I think that's Weapons. Thanks for making us watch that, Keigen.
I got you.
I guess since Salt wants to do one of them days last, we'll do 28 years later next. Fellas, have you seen the original?
No.
Yes, but I don't remember it.
Oh, so Keigen, you haven't seen the original at all.
Not at all, no.
And you didn't watch it for this either.
No, why would I do that? I'm not.
That's fair.
You gave
No,
me
that's fair.
one
Correct,
piece of homework. You did not give me two pieces of homework.
I just wanted to see if you had that compulsion, you know, just to be like, oh, I'm gonna watch 20.
I have the opposite
whole thing.
compulsion more often than not.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't start at the beginning, dog. I don't want to.
To be fair, this is not a movie that requires you to have
Not
seen
at all.
the
Yeah.
original. Yeah. So it doesn't matter. Like, I think the main thing for me is I wanted to compare the visuals and like the directorial choices between the original and this one. Because 28 years later, it's what it says on the tin. It takes place 28 years after the first movie. And yeah, you don't really need to know much. You know, the zombie virus, rage virus has taken over the UK and only the UK.
Good.
The first movie alluded to the fact that nowhere else in the world had gotten infected, which is always super funny. So one of my original notes for this movie was, it's a continuity error. Power Rangers Operation Overdrive didn't hit the UK until 2007. But I think it's a clever bit to include there because it at least showcases that, like, it's a good showcase. The culture outside of the UK had still continued to go on. I don't know how that toy would have gotten
they got that
to
toy.
him.
You know, a boat crashed and it floated up on shore.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, it's a very clever way of showcasing, you know, like, oh yeah, society is not over. It's just the UK is over, which is great. Some might call this a dystopian movie. Me, on the other hand,
it's home punk.
I think any sooner. Can someone just unleash that rage virus already? Yeah, it stars Aaron Taylor Johnson, Jodie Comer, Alfie Williams, I think, and Jack O'Connell, and arguably one of the funniest cameos of the entire 2025 release slate.
I did not recognize him. That was awesome.
It was incredible, you know, because I had heard he was in the movie, right? And I'd seen him in Sinners, you know, he was great in Sinners. So I was like, what kind of performance is he going to put up here? And when you actually get to his appearances in the movie, it's fucking insane. But before we get to that, Salt, you do have experience with the original movie. How does it stack up?
It's hard to say because I watched the first one shortly after it came out, and that was over half a lifetime ago. So I can only go off of my vague memories of it. And what really struck me with this movie was how experimental it is in structure. Mm-hmm. I don't recall that from the first one. I remember the first one as having more of a straight drama approach, just in terms of how we're unfolding information. Like this makes a lot of use of archival footage and like really unexpected, hyper choppy cuts. And I love all of that.
The original's got it too, but I think this one is very experimental in a way that the original wasn't, like narratively, especially because the first movie was like, for all that it did on a cinematography level, the original really was just, hey, we're doing Night of the Living Dead, but in the UK, right? Like that very like down to earth. You know, zombies are not what you normally associate zombies with, you know, in terms of like how they move, how they act. This one feels like it's taking a step in a different direction entirely from that movie, which also again adds to the great, you know, you don't have to watch the first movie to watch this one. Yeah, the swings it takes here are not, they don't all pay off in my opinion, but I think especially near the end, There are some really fantastic moments.
Boyle's direction really elevates a good enough script.
Yeah. I wouldn't consider Garland's script the highlight here, but which also makes me wonder about how this next movie is going to go with Garland
The Bone
writing
Temple.
Yeah, Nita
Rest with
Costa's directing that one.
It's all about the alpha.
Yeah. 28 centimeters later, as I like to say. That shit was just flapping around. I had just
Very normal sized wiener. I don't know what everybody was talking about.
very hypnotic. Very hypnotic.
One part of this movie I really want to get into are the custom rigs they made. They bought like dozens of iPhones and they built these custom rigs that would have like up to 20 iPhones on them at a time, and that's partly how you get those shots of like the camera swinging around during an arrow hit. Like that was so cool.
Yeah, it felt like a real kill cam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting to compare to the Shin movies as well, where some of the iPhone stuff feels cool in Shin Godzilla and Shin Ultraman, and then Keigen, cover your ears here for the next 10 seconds. Ano uses the iPhone way too much and not in a satisfying way. Like this uses the iPhone in such a surprising way every time. It's really satisfying. I mean, it's very quick for that shot of Aaron Taylor Johnson when he's running across the compound and he's holding the phone doing a selfie shot, basically. That was sick.
That scene where they're running across the strait while the alpha is chasing them is so visually striking. Of everything that I saw last year, I think this is one of those shots that will stick in my mind. But at the same time, like, you can really feel the artifice, and I think that's to the film's credit, where stuff like the iPhone rig, and even some of the other like crazy camera setups they've got in this movie, you can really see it at play. Like, it's jarring enough that you notice it, but it doesn't. It's jarring, non-derogatory, basically, is what I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Like when those kill cams hit, you're like, oh, okay. Yeah, good, some good choices. I don't think it has the same charm as the cinematography in the first movie. And it lacks a bunch of that grunge feel that the original had. But I think it makes up for it with everything else.
There's some good comedy in this movie too. One of the funniest moments for me was when this Swedish soldier is telling what's the boy's name that Alfie plays.
I literally just want to call him Alfie.
Yeah, we'll call him Alfie.
He's such an Alfie.
He's showing Alfie like his girlfriend, and she just has like such like British face. Like I know she's Swedish, but very good moment.
Looks
and
like
he's
a bird.
He's openly horrified. He thinks she's having like an allergic reaction. That scene spoke to me.
Yeah. This posits a universe where the UK didn't get to go through the cultural advancements that it otherwise would have gone through.
We also got to talk about. Oh, go ahead.
The kid's awesome. That's like the best kid actor I've ever seen in my life.
Oh,
also.
yeah, he's fantastic.
Like, the whole movie hinges on him, and like the movie's not perfect to me. Like but he is incredible. Like, oh my gosh.
That scene at the end when, Dr. Kelson's taking his mother away and he's just sat there, holding the baby. Just an incredible moment, and truly kudos to Alfie here. His performance really sets honestly a new bar for child actors.
Sorry, kids, don't even try.
Especially UK, especially British child actors, because I know you little runts over there. I know what you're capable of,
and you little whatever others. No, but that is also Salt said this in the past a bunch because he hates children and he hates when they're on screen. But directors have so much of a hand in getting kid actors to do a good job.
Mhm.
So that's just another thing. Like it's like so much work to get that out of a kid, and even if the kid is skilled, and it's crazy good. Yeah, just across the board.
Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting you, Saul.
Oh yeah. Aaron Taylor Johnson's career is baffling. Like I keep forgetting
he is
he's
one of
like
those
a
kid
good-
actors.
You mean
He is
Craven?
one-
You mean Craven? The Hunter? Is that what you're talking about?
You mean that one guy from Bullet Train? I forget his name, Mr. White.
Bullet Train.
That's what I mean though. Like I forget that he can be really good because he does some of the worst roles.
Quicksilver? You mean Quicksilver? Not that
Quicksilver?
one. The other one.
Oh man.
You did not see
Godzilla's
that
best
coming.
friend.
You did not see that coming. The whole time he was on screen in this movie. That's what I was thinking. Just playing back in my head. You did not see that coming.
He is so good in this to the point where when the quote road trip unquote part of the movie begins, like you actually really miss his presence just because he offers so much.
Yeah, he's
and
not
also
like
like
a
when you
good
find out how
person
morally
too.
complex his character is too.
Yeah. Like he's not
We love
necessarily a
piece
good
of shit
person,
dad, you know?
but also
but
he's not a
good dad.
bad person.
He's a good dad.
Yeah.
He's a bad person, but he's a fine dad. I think that stuff is very good. Like you're saying, Saul. It's extremely layered, and like this isn't good mom, bad dad movie. But it's like from little baby Alfie, it is good mom, bad dad movie. And that's fun. Like it's cool to see that the movie allows that tension to exist.
You don't get the second part of the movie without getting that hunt too. Like the hunt really is what sets in motion a lot.
That makes that kind of feel
the
bad to me though. Like the hunt only exists because the second half of the movie has to exist.
Yeah.
And I know I'm being very Big Bang Theory here,
I
right?
mean, to be fair, like it's one of if you were to cut out bits of this movie, because also this movie's 2 hours. The original was an hour 30, and I know Salt hates long movies, so I'm
2 hours
This
is not a
didn't
long
feel
movie.
long.
Oh wait,
It didn't feel long,
You're asking for it to be
but-
longer, Bland?
No.
Let's
I'm
do the 4 hour
saying,
cut.
Yeah, let's do the 4 hour. Danny Boyle, I'm sure you got stuff on the cutting floor, but I think in terms of what you can cut down, I wonder how much you could get away with cutting of the hunt, without losing the emotional tension,
And like sick
that you have
parts too, like
Yeah,
sick ass.
there's some
cool shit.
really sick action bits there.
Yeah.
Very satisfying arrow impacts.
And like the
mhm.
two man defense is like really fun, like him dad on the go trying to like teach him, and just the kid kind of fucking up is like good. It's good stuff. Like it's good moments. So it just is so weird because it's like I feel like it doesn't explain why they have to go during it at all, right? It's like,
No,
he's a
it's just
fucking baby. And it's like, yeah, he's a fucking baby. Like,
It's
what are we
coming of
doing?
age,
And it's
And
not
it's funny
until
because they
after.
don't do anything. Like
I don't. They
going
don't get
on the hunt doesn't
anything.
do anything. There's no meat, no nothing, right? It's not
He
like you're
gets
hunting
to see
for
the
food.
fire.
Yeah.
That's,
I like it as a commentary on Brexit. Like they have to do this, but they haven't accomplished anything, and yet the village sees it as this massive accomplishment. Like they're trying to forge meaning in this completely isolated world.
Yeah, it's a perfect encapsulation of British masculinity, especially in the modern day.
Yeah.
Like there's these real shows of quote unquote power, but like you're not doing anything. You're not making anyone really feel better either. It's all placebo. And so in that sense, like that first part of the movie really feels like placebo. So, when you get the second part, where you actually have something happens, the journey, the emotional journey, and like where that ends up, it both makes that first part feel worse, but also on the other hand, you're like, oh, okay, I get why that had to happen.
yeah.
Yeah. Ralph Fiennes,
He's
truly
ridiculous. He should be in every
so
movie ever
fucking
made.
good.
Don't
Listen,
even
I've been
pay
watching
him
a
at
lot of
certain
Ralph
point.
Fiennes
I don't want him to
recently.
make that much money, but like let him be in every single movie. He's just gonna do it.
It's annoying how good he is. It really is annoying how good he is. Every single time I see him in a movie, I'm like, fuck, he's so good. He's so good.
How has he
I
not
saw
been
him
in
in
Knives
Quiz
Out
Show.
yet?
I saw him in Quiz Show last month, and I was like, damn, he actually really did make me believe he was a transatlantic pretty boy. It's
He
fucked
can
up.
do anything.
He can do anything. Well, hopefully not anything, but
He could be an Asian woman, Lan. Okay, he could do it. I
Doctor
trust
Strange
him.
3, the ancient comes back. The ancient one comes back.
It is
Oh.
really funny how zen he is about dealing with the alpha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the nature of the relationship being like kayfabe, even.
Yes,
You know,
that's
it
perfect.
feels like kayfabe, where it's like, all right, big guy, you gotta let these ones go. I'll catch up. I'll be ready for your next encounter like 30
Same
minutes
time
from
next
now.
week.
Yeah, literally same time next week.
Dude,
I see
how
you're still hanging dong. Hey, give it a nice little slap before he goes.
look, he's a doctor, you know, he's a scientist. He wants to see how many zombie babies, unzombied babies that can get made. It makes sense.
Yeah. Also the bit with it being iodine and not blood, also hilarious. Where it's like, oh no, this crazy guy doesn't have, blood paint all over him. It's just iodine apparently keeps the zombies away.
He's so yellow.
He's so yellow.
Extremely yellow.
Yeah, the again, the visuals here are so memorable.
Yeah, the bits in the beginning too, like those interstitial bits with like the night vision cam and everyone, all those zombies eating the deer. Again, visually striking, really, really fantastic. If we're talking about hype moments or unhype moments, those bits are definitely it. How do you guys feel about that end bit there? The basic,
It's awesome. It's like British meth head common writer. It rules.
I love the fact that they all do flips. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we'll take over. And then just boom, flip. They're like truly psychotic shit. Incredible. And man, I didn't think about it until like an hour after finishing the movie. The fact that they're all based off of Jimmy Savile.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
like in this universe, society never got to the point where they found out about Jimmy Savile.
right. Yeah, I mean that's great.
Which just makes the whole thing even better.
It reminds me of God. Who I think there's like I think it's there's an old tweet that's something like, Frank Sinatra was so glad he died before all the Me Too stuff came out. Like how much of our culture is based on guys like that,
Yeah,
like in the real world.
Also, the punk rock Teletubbies theme while they're just lopping the heads off the.
I
the
didn't
zombies.
catch that rocks.
Good,
Yeah,
good bit of the movie.
I'm sure there's a lot of stuff for like British people that went over my head.
You guys ever watch Teletubbies when you were kids?
My sister did.
Your sister did. Okay, I did too. There's that one episode where there's a cardboard lion, and that shit freaked me the fuck out when I was a kid. Like I would actually run and hide when that bit came on TV. Because it was such a visually striking bit too, like the whole sky goes gray, thunder claps and everything. And then suddenly you got this cardboard lion come out with these huge eyes just staring at you, staring daggers through your soul.
Well, hopefully that shows up in
Horrifying.
Bone Temple.
Yeah, hopefully it's a Bone Temple. Oh my god, you go into their lair and it's just in the background. I'm just pissing my pants in the theater.
Lance
rest of the
says,
movie-
content warnings, please.
It's like, guys, the rest of the movie wasn't scary at all. That one bit, though, holy fuck.
I pissed my pants.
I pissed my pants, man. Yeah, this movie sets up the next movie, maybe sets up the next two movies. And I don't know how exactly to feel about that. But that's also a conversation I'm going to have with a lot of movies coming out in the next couple of years. So I guess we can park that until Fast X Part 2 comes out. Then I'll have thoughts on it. Anything else for 28 years later?
Pregnant Zombies is messed up.
Pregnant Zombies
was crazy.
with human child.
Human baby.
It's
pretty crazy.
Yeah, and I wonder how much payoff there's going to be for that in the next few movies, but I guess that leaves us with our last movie, One of Them Days.
One of them days for real.
One of them days.
So had either one of you heard of this movie or thought about seeing it prior to this episode?
Yes,
I had heard of this movie, and I had thought about seeing it, but not in theaters. It's one of those ones where I'm like, this feels like it's meant to be watched off of VHS.
Okay.
I
feel like this is a good group.
House.
This is a good group watch. This is a good.
Yeah, I will definitely be in the theater for the sequel.
Yeah, 2 of them days. It takes place over 2 days.
Well, my pitch for the
5
sequel,
iterations, 5 of them days.
if they're listening, I think the sequel should bring in Dochi. That's the way to go, because she's friends with SZA, right? And make it a trio instead of a duo.
There's a lot of
each movie they just keep adding one person. So by the time you get to 6 of them days, there's like 6 people in the cast.
That would be 7, but yes, math is hard.
Yes.
I'll do a quick recap.
No, see, they actually lost one person between movies 5 and 4.
That was the fastest he got your ass I've ever experienced in real life, though. That was crazy. I couldn't even breathe.
I'm keeping track of the lore here. Yeah, one of them days is very much a screwball comedy. You've seen something in a similar vein before. We've got our 2 protagonists, Drew and Alyssa. Drew is up for a promotion. She has an interview at the end of the day, and there's quickly a huge misunderstanding and chaos ensues after Drew realizes that Alyssa did not pay the rent to the landlord on time. The whole movie is basically like a wild chase around the city to try to get the funds. They go to like a blood bank place. They try to go to like a credit place to get a check. I just think it's really good vibes. It's really funny.
Yeah, it reminded me a lot of watching Friday for the first time. Not to compare it too much, but I think like in terms of the canon of buddy screwball comedies, I think like this is very much in contention for that, like when you think about the all-time greats. Yeah, no, it's fun. It's really, really fun.
How'd you like it, Keigen?
Oh, I loved it. I think this might be the one I had the most fun with of the 3. Actually, like I think I enjoyed this one the most. It was the most like within 5 minutes I was in, just like, oh yeah, I don't need to think about this. I just get to have fun and enjoy this one. It was good. It's funny.
I knew this movie was really something special once we got introduced to Bernice, and they gave her like a straight up Spider-Man supervillain origin.
Yeah.
The ice cream and everything. Hilarious. Oh, it's so good.
There's the incredible stunt of her like hitting the open door on the car, right? Like that's so cool
It's
looking.
really good. She goes flying.
So good. Yeah.
It's awesome. But then you have like the whole neighborhood, everyone is like filming her on their phones, the camera's spinning. You see like the rage in her eyes, and she's committed to seeing this through. It's awesome.
It's so funny. Yeah. Oh, when she's teabagging them, when she's beating their ass.
Oh
It's so funny.
Individual teabagging too. Like she takes the time to actually go to each of them.
Oh,
And
it's
then
so
she
good.
ends with the double teabag with the super close up on her ass, and it's all happening on this corporate lawn. It's incredible.
It's so good. Oh, it's so
So
funny.
I think she's one of my favorite jokes, just because every scene with her is so electric. And then my other favorite joke in the movie is the biscuit bandit.
Yeah.
Not just him. His run is so good, but the clerk like just like staying there waving his arms around.
What are we gonna do about him, man? Like, it's the biscuit bandit. That's one of the
It
homies.
happens twice too,
Yes.
and both
I think-
times the clerk is just doing the same thing.
I don't think it would have been nearly like. I almost think it should have happened 3 times. Like, it almost needed to happen as many times as you could because it's so funny. You got the biscuits.
Yeah, we do at
Oh.
least see that really great stunt where he gets hit by the car. But yeah,
Uh-huh.
a
Yeah.
third biscuit bandit would have been good.
Yeah, he might be dead. R.I.P. dude.
Don't worry, he comes back in the third movie.
I hope so.
Biscuit Bandit 2.
Yeah,
Little-
3 of them days starring 2 biscuit bandits and 4 members of the cast.
I liked Scissor's character as like a crystal lady too.
Yeah,
like
woo-woo.
that.
Mm,
Very good choice on that part, and it's a good sort of like balance. But like you've got someone trying to climb the corporate ladder, and then the woo-woo friend.
yeah, the straight man and the goofball. It's,
yeah.
it's always a classic combination. Like it really hits all the beats of, you know, one of those classic comedies. You know, it's got all the setup. It's got the evil person that's chasing after our hero duo. You know, you've got the one person who betrays the duo. You know, you got the antics. You got the big time comedian who's there for like 3 minutes. But also a very memorable 3 minutes. Cat Williams in this is fucking fantastic.
Oh, he's
So
so,
funny.
good.
He's so funny. The homeless pigeons is a really good joke.
So
He used to
good.
have homing pigeons, but they were homeless too. It's
He does a really good bit with the Leonard Nimoy at the end of The Simpsons when he like basically takes credit for all of it at the end.
Yeah,
Walks
yeah.
away. Yeah.
he was a facilitator of plot. It's true. You know, he called them to get him.
I
to
mean,
the,
he's
they lose
credited pretty high in the
They lose
credits.
so much money in this movie. They lose so much money.
Insane amount of money.
They
Also,
lose,
Janelle
like,
James
yeah.
as the nurse, taking their
She's
blood.
very good.
She's good. in this
The
as
amount
well.
of blood in that scene is awesome. I
Is-
feel like
oh
they
my
just
God.
had more and more
I
blood.
love
when she's like paled out.
she would not have been okay for the rest of this movie. I don't care.
I know Kiki
No.
Palmer is fine like 30 minutes later, even though she's
Yeah.
lost like half
She-
her blood. It's insane.
She didn't even get those biscuits. She got the biscuits with the other guy. That was
Right.
Yeah.
She healed once she got the biscuits though, you know, and the chicken.
The guy who plays the shoe buyer is very funny too.
Oh, Laurel Howery. Yeah.
Yes. He's in
Yeah. He's in Get
he's
Out.
in that. Yes, he's also in that Friends Vacation movie with John Cena.
Yeah, he's also in Free Guy.
Hey, shouts.
Hmm.
Hey, to be fair, he's not the worst part of that movie. But
How
he's
could
great
you
in
be?
this. He's only in it for like what 5 minutes maybe.
He's in the one scene. Yeah,
Just
yeah.
the one
Yeah.
scene.
I think- If I have only one criticism of this movie, it's that the King Lolo character is so superfluous and adds
Superfluous,
nothing.
yeah.
Yeah, you could wrap this up and still even have like the apartment complex catch on fire without that character.
I think it's worth it for the payday whenever cops.
That
I
is a
think
very funny
That's
review.
what makes
Yeah,
it worth it because
that's a
that's
good bit.
super funny. And
Yeah.
like it's really like that's really funny. That's a really good joke that somebody came
And
up with, and they had
the
to invent a
reward
guy.
they get for turning him in is $30.
It's $30. It's extremely
Yeah.
funny too. Yeah, all of that is like really funny jokes right at the end too. Like he does suck as a character for sure. But like I get that. I get why you come up with that joke and it's like that's really funny and you're bringing it back and it's good. He's boring though for sure.
Yeah. At the same time, I'm like, you could also do this with Bernice, I guess. Even the boyfriend, right?
That's
like
true.
mix.
I
you
think
can
the boyfriend
split
is more. I think the boyfriend you could do it. You could get it
I
there.
think you can do the payday
Bernice isn't
loan
as
thing
fun.
with the boyfriend and not and then do like the shoes with Bernice.
Yeah, I think Bernice, she is terrible, and she gets to teabag and rob them of like $5,000. I think that's good. The boyfriend getting turned in to payday whenever would be funny though. That would be really funny.
Yeah,
I think you could do that.
This is good. I actually enjoyed this movie quite a bit. You know, probably wouldn't have seen this as soon as this if it weren't for the homework. But you know, I'm glad to have seen it. I'm glad to have gotten it off my watch list.
The last thing I'll say, because I forgot to lead with this, is that the women losers is still such an untapped type of story, and I always like to watch comedy with women losers.
Sorry. So it's like I need more losing women in my life. I've been seeing way too many
love all women,
man,
okay? And you know what? Asa from Chainsaw Man can only do so much. Okay, she can only carry so much weight. You're right, Salt. You're right.
Yeah, I think we each brought 3 pretty cool 2025 movies.
Yeah, nothing that I regret so far. I wonder how it's going to turn out for the next few episodes. I don't think I recommended anything outright bad, except, I don't know, maybe the comic. We'll see if that changes.
That's not good. That book is going to be bad. Correct.
Okay.
You got it in one.
Let me see if I can replace it with something that I actually do want to read.
No, it's too late. Locked in.
No, you didn't lock in yours until like 5 days ago.
I locked in mine the day that we started this.
Your movie. You didn't lock in your movie until like halfway.
You could check the day I sent that message.
It's fine, you know. Like, it's not like you guys have actually started reading the comic.
You realized
No. I didn't say I was wrong.
No, I said you realized you're wrong. You didn't
I
say
didn't.
you said you were wrong.
I didn't realize I was wrong either. You know, the math is there. The math is there. But yeah, that was movies. I'm not sure if there's anything else that we missed from 2025. I'm sure we watched every other movie that came out.
Yeah.
How'd you guys like Sentimental Value? Thought that was pretty good. I especially liked. Look at the cast list here. Stellan Skarsgård's performance. I really liked his performance in that movie.
Never heard of this movie.
I have no idea what you're talking about either. I'm still thinking about trying to watch If I Had Legs I'd Kick You, and sorry.
Oh, that's a fantastic movie. Holy shit, that's a fantastic movie. That one I can actually speak to.
Like I said earlier, I almost recommended Reflection in a Dead Diamond, which I reviewed on Letterboxd as Shin Danger Diabolic. So it's the best of 1960s, 1970s Italy, but like done kind of art house style.
Nice. Are we into Tastemaker's Grab Bag now?
Oh, okay.
Is there anything else we want to say? Like, I don't know. I think we can move on to Tastemaker's Grab Bag. Right?
Sure.
Okay. Salt.
We make the rules around here.
Okay. Salt, what do you want to recommend?
Well, I just said it. Go watch Reflection in a Dead Diamond. And you can watch it for free because you can get the Shudder add-on to YouTube for like a week free trial. That's how I watched it.
Is that so? I feel like that's something that's only available in America.
Yeah.
Technology has not reached Canada yet. They don't have the 1 week free trial.
No, we're still on. It might come to Crave. Who knows?
Crave is real good.
Everything is on Crave.
Everything's on. HBO, Crave. Sony movies, Crave. Heated Rivalry, Crave.
What's up?
Yeah.
That's it. That's for me. When do you go?
All right.
I've been just logging them in. I've been stacked up. I haven't been making the list though. So this one's from, I don't know, a few weeks ago. I finally read this, but I bought it and it sat on my shelf for a while. Absolute Batman 0 Year. This giant format comic that I bought
that's
because
it's a real thing.
yeah, it was on a huge sale on In Stock Trades. I read it in, I think, one sitting. I think I just sat down and read all of 0 Year. What a banger. Like, I think I've read this book every year for like the last 5 years.
0 Year the comic, not
That took me
absolute.
about
Okay.
20 seconds too. Yeah, that was an extremely
fine.
confusing title.
Because that's the
That's
worst
what-
thing
yeah,
about
yeah.
naming your Masterworks line the same
Yeah.
thing as your big alternate universe.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, they've already done 0 Year in the absolute
Yeah.
universe? What the fuck?
Yeah, I really
Very
wanted all
annoying.
of that confusion. So you're welcome. No, back when the format, actually, no, they're still publishing new things in
They're
the
still
format.
yep.
The format is known as the Absolute Edition, which is like an even larger trim size for the pages than the oversized hardcovers. Big old bricks of books. But yeah, I got Batman 0 Year in that format, and just a good comic, just a good comic in general. If you are in the US and you haven't started using In Stock Trades, use In Stock Trades. Like, I don't even buy books for full price ever. In Stock Trades isn't paying me to do this or anything like that, but just use In Stock Trades. It's the best. Besides, if you have a 12.8 inch iPad Pro, that's a good reading experience.
Is that your second recommendation? Get a
No.
12.8 inch
No,
iPad Pro?
I have too many, but I guess I'll do Ikiru by Kurosawa. I finally watched that as one of my New Year's Day watches.
That's an insane New Year's Day watch.
It's it's perfect. It's so like live life, you know? Like,
Yeah.
life's worth
It's a
living.
great thing
the
to
movie.
watch, the day before nothing bad happens around
Yeah.
the world.
Yeah, and that's fine because you know what? Do what you can in your own life. That's what that movie is. Do what you can in your own life. Incredible film, though. Loved it. Will be thinking about it forever. So yeah, absolute edition of Batman 0 Year and Ikiru.
Okay.
Those are mine.
Okay. Let's see. First, I am going to recommend The Office Movers. So like I mentioned, Crave, which unofficially is sponsoring a lot of my viewing experience for the next month, has a lot of Canadian offerings. One of those offerings is the show Office Movers by Toronto Brethrens, Trey and Jay Richards. It's about office moving people who move office supplies and office desks and stuff. It's a really funny comedy. It's steeped in Toronto humor and Toronto slang. If you're familiar at all with Jay and Trey Richards' previous work as For Y'all Entertainment, a lot of the bits and gags they do are in the show. But yeah, it's pretty good, pretty fun. So that's my first recommendation. And then my second recommendation, Kirby Air Riders. I got it over the holidays. I stopped playing Metroid Prime 4 just to play it. Fucking insane game. It's insane that this game exists. It's insane that this game is allowed to exist. It's the only game where I beat a challenge not by actually fulfilling the requirements for beating the challenge, but by killing the other person. And so it defaulted to a win. And I haven't been able to do that in any other game this year. So just for that, truly like a 6 out of 7 experience.
And you killed a guy?
Yeah, you Kirby Air Riders lets you kill people. Like there are several challenges that are also about you killing people. So
You shouldn't admit that on a podcast.
nah,
on
it's fine.
Discord.
Kirby did it, not me.
Kirby did it. Okay.
Kirby did it. If did you read the part of the law book that says it's okay if Kirby does it?
No.
You know how many massacres Kirby's been allowed to get away with? Yeah, it's good. in classic Kirby fashion, you get to fight an Eldritch Horror at the end of it. Except you're on you're on a car, you're on a bike, you're on a plane. Good game. Good game. I'm so glad I put down Metroid Prime 4 to play Air Riders instead. Yeah, and that's Tastemaker's Grab Bag, I think. And I think that's the episode too. We're gonna be back the next few weeks with more stuff that we didn't get around to in 2025.
What are we doing next? Comics?
Yeah, I guess comics. So I guess if I'm gonna switch my choice, now's the time to do it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better
Well, until that happens, usual spiel. Thanks for listening. If you want to support the show, you can go to patreon.com/midnightgrappleranimals. We got bonus episodes out the wazoo. If you have $5 to spare each month, there's a lot of bonus episodes. We've got quite a few interesting ones coming up soon. If you want to spread the word, let your friends know about Midnight Grappler Animals. Let your enemies know. Tell them to go to patreon.com/midnightgrappleranimals and just give us money. Money good. Money always good. If you have questions, midnightgrappleranimals@gmail.com. If you want any of our social media links, as well as a link to our Discord where you can talk to us, the link to that's in the description of this episode. And yeah, that's the spiel. And as always,
keep on
grappling.
Nice. Wow. Fantastic, guys. We did it. I wonder what's going to happen tomorrow, guys. Hopefully nothing bad.